Two things really annoy me. You know when you buy stuff and it comes in that super hard plastic that you cannot get a start on? Do you know the stuff I mean? And you end up chipping a tooth. And then you go and get scissors. You'd never dream of getting the scissors first. You think, I'll try my teeth. Ah. And then the worst thing is when you bought scissors and they've come in that stuff. That annoys me, that and genocide. Oh. Backseat drivers, they're all the same. Why are we going into the woods? Please let me go. Whenever I'm cooking, I always make sure there are vegetarian options. They can make do, or they can fuck off. Do you get annoyed by cold callers? You know, of an evening, you're at home relaxing after a hard day at work, watching TV, flicking through a magazine, the phone rings, it's a strange voice you don't recognise, talking about something you're not interested in. Oh, Mr. Jimmy, I have your baby now, you send money quick, you bad man. Fuck off. Do you get this? Do you get the public-private phone call problem? So this is when you're at work surrounded by colleagues or in the pub surrounded by friends, you get a phone call off your other half, and at the end of the phone call, they say something that you would normally say something back, like it's like your thing, but you don't want to say it because there's people around, it's a bit embarrassing. So at the end of the phone call goes, all right, bye. No, you know I do. No, there's people around. I don't want to. Well, don't be like that. All right, I'll say it. I want to choke you with my cock. You know when you go around to a friend's house for the first time and they say to you, did you find it okay? What are you meant to say? No, I'm still lost. Do you get this? Do you get the super patronising warning from the waiter about the hot plate? Do you get that when you go out for a meal? Yeah. It arrives and the waiter goes, be careful, the plate's very hot. You think, yeah, I'm a grown-up, I think I can operate a plate. Also, I can't help but notice, Mr. patronising waiter, you just put it down with your hand. But it's too hot for my little fingers. I'll tell you what, Mr. patronising waiter, shall we see if it's hot? Shall we? Ah! It's really hot. I don't want to be a dick, but you should have said. The fog sign on the motorway. How pointless is that? Who's it for? People driving along thinking, I can't see a fucking thing. I wonder if I got cataracts. Oh no, wait, look, it's fog, what am I like? Do you all do the same thing as me? When you drive normally, you drive like that, yeah? That's the normal driving position. A little bit of fog, you drive like that. You get a little bit closer. You get a better view, just in case the fog is in the car. I'm a typical guy. I love all sports. Pilates, hopscotch, conkers, you name it. Any cricket fans in? Interesting fact about cricket. Cricket was invented at Rugby Public School when some boys were playing football and one of the boys forgot the ball and they're all standing in a field and nothing happened. I like the developments that have been made in cricket over the years. Initially, there was Test cricket. That takes 5 days of your life that you don't get back to play. Then there was one-day cricket, a vast improvement. Then 2020, that only takes 3 hours to play. I'm looking forward to cricket 1-1 and ultimately cricket fucking 0, where no cunt plays cricket because it's fucking boring. The Paralympics, that is what sport should be about. Did you watch the Paralympics when it was on in Beijing? Inspirational or inspiring global event. About 3 people saw it, it would appear. I don't know how to describe it to people that didn't see the Paralympics. It's sort of like the Paralympics, it's sort of like a children's book where all the broken toys have a picnic. Well, you can get off the high moral ground if you didn't even fucking watch it. I had a favourite event, and all the events are interesting, I think, because you're watching sports that you've seen before, sports that you've taken part in, done in a different way because they're being done by disabled people, so you're getting kind of a different angle on it, different rules, yeah? So they're all interesting. My favourite, and you've got to promise me, look this up if you think I'm making it up. Google it when you get home and have a look on YouTube, treat yourself, it's awesome. Paralympics, the blind football. Okay, so they get a normal, I'm not talking about Stranraer. Okay, so what they do in the blind football at the Paralympics, they get a normal football, normal standard issue soccer ball, they put a bell in the ball, and blind people play football. Their spatial awareness is that good, they could tell where the ringing is, find the ball, not only find it, kick it, and score a goal. How fucking awesome's that? And Team GB got silver. Gold went to some kittens. I don't know how they got into the stadium. Presumably no one saw them. And there was an unfortunate incident when the referee blew the whistle for the final time, someone kicked his face off. Well, speaking of special occasions, there was a couple of weeks ago at one of my gigs, 35 years married. I got chatting to them because I thought, well, quite an incredible thing in this day and age. Got chatting to them. I said, what did you get her for the anniversary? And he said, deep fat fryer. I said, well, what did she get you? And he went, chips. And they seemed thrilled with that arrangement. It got me chatting to people about what is the worst gift you've ever got? Birthday, anniversary, Christmas, Valentine's. What is the worst piece of shit you ever got? We've had a heckle. Go on, what was that? Say a little bit louder.
Tickets to this show.
No, what's fine. What's your name? What, sorry? Toby, do you mind me sharing with the group? Thank you very much indeed, Toby. That makes it much easier. Because there's a heckle. It's quite a good heckle, quite a funny heckle. But we have to do a heckle put down now. God. I would love if I could just let it go, but I can't. There are rules. But you don't mind me sharing with the group, so it makes it much easier. We can go old school. What, sorry?
Stop stalling.
Stop stalling. Don't panic, sir. I've got this. I'll have to put you on arsehole waiting. Toby's mum is so fat. She's a fucking disgrace, Toby. Your mum is such a chunky monkey wobble slob. Fatty boom batty blubbernaut. She's so fucking fat, when she fell down the stairs, I thought EastEnders had finished. Boom, 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 ba 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 bum. True story. You, sir. What did you say? What was it? Stop stalling? Yeah? What's your name?
Gary.
Are you trying to say Gary? Watch me. Gary. Yeah. 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 The fuck is that? Well, Gary, if you want my comeback, you'll have to scrape it off your mum's teeth. Worst gifts. What's the worst gift? What, sorry? You got a bread maker. Your husband bought you a bread maker. What a fucking arsehole. No, I just hate the whole concept. Because bread makers, I mean, I bet I spent like 200 quid on a bread maker. That's convenient, isn't it? Because you don't live near shops and bread isn't fucking cheap. Oh, I'll just make my own. That's fine. Because the ingredients cost more than a loaf of bread, but don't worry about it. So what did you get him? Instead of an engagement ring, you got a bread maker instead of an engagement ring. You broke up with him, right? You've just divorced him. Yay! Why did you go through with marrying him? I mean, that must have been fucking awkward in the office. Oh. Look at this. Oh, it's a nice one. Sparkly. You poor thing. Any other bad gifts? You got what, sir? A dog pooper scooper. Do you have a dog? At the time, yes. What the fuck have you done with your dog, dude? What happened to your dog? You don't have him anymore. Toby's mum ate him. The fat bitch. Sorry, dude. Any other bad gifts? What'd you get? Nothing. Jesus, listen to the bitterness there. I think there are worse gifts than nothing. So like women get bought Hoovers by their other half. And it's not just a shit gift, it's a bit of a dig. At least something in the house has got some fucking suction. Or you said you wanted a bag and a belt, that's got both. You're welcome. There was a girl in the other day for her 21st birthday from her nana. Now, nanas are mental anyway, but her nana bought her, gift-wrapped, beautifully gift-wrapped, an Argos catalogue. With £2 coins sellotaped to the front. Oh, pikeys. What, the worst one that I think a lot of people do, Secret Santa. Do you do Secret Santa at your work? It's a nightmare, isn't it, to get something good for under a fiver, under a tenner? I went out and bought a brawn moustache trimmer. She was livid. No pleasing some people, not like she didn't need it. The best gift is obviously anal sex. Not for a Secret Santa thing, that's a fucking disaster. But no, it is. It's better to give than to receive, and anal sex is the gift that keeps on giving unless it stops giving, in which case it tears. Oh, too much? The worst one that I think a lot of people have bought, gift vouchers. Who here's bought gift vouchers? What were you thinking? You walked into a shop and went, excuse me, I wonder, could you help me? I've got some money here, this is accepted everywhere. Could you fix it for me so it just works in this one shop? For a limited time period, I should explain it's a gift and I'm a fucking idiot. People with Tourette's. What makes them tick? That was originally about suicide bombers. I've toned it down for you.